So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be discussing a random topic which is related to iPhone. So basically I was going through Indian Express article which says looking for an iPhone question mark. They're telling that here's why it might be a good idea to wait until September. And as you guys know that in the September product launch there was no iPhone announced. So if you are looking for a flagship iPhone, I think so like most of the iPhones which are out are regarded as a flagship because they are very expensive, number one. And second thing is Apple provides a lot of support for a maximum of around 5 years that we have seen so far on any of its Apple devices. That is the software support, to be precise. So now going on to the first sentence of this article, it says like hold off on buying a new iPhone for now. Even if the retailer offers steep discounts on the iPhone 11, don't go for it. So they are highly recommending not to go ahead with purchase of an iPhone 11 right now, or an XR or any of those models. The reason they are mentioning is the iPhone 12. I'm not pretty sure as to what kind of features are confirmed because all we can hear from MacRumors and other websites which deal with a lot of iPhone related updates, it cannot be confirmed right now at the moment, but they are suggesting that we have to wait for the iPhone 12. In my opinion, one of the main factors that one should wait for the iPhone 12 is the 5G network, which obviously promises a lot of happening things around in either of the software platforms, that is operating systems that is the iOS and the Android. So they are just mentioning that Apple typically launches new iPhones in September. So in 2020's case, it did not happen. So they are asking us to wait for the iPhone 12 because of the following reasons. They say that Apple is expected to release as many as 4 new iPhone 12 models this year, including a 5.4-inch iPhone 12 model, 6.1-inch iPhone 12 Max, a 6.1-inch iPhone 12 Pro, and a 6.7, which is the biggest one, that is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. All of these 4 models are expected to feature 5G support. Another thing what I've heard is the lower end models among these 4 will have a lower speed version of the 5G. I don't know how that holds good, but that is what I heard. But we are also expecting a cheaper 4G model with similar features and specifications without a 5G connectivity. So there must be at least one model, they are saying, that will not offer 5G, it will have a 4G network. So they talk about the design. I think so pretty much anyone can just Google the rumored designs, which is inspired from Apple 4 basically. And moving along, the new iPhones will sport a boxy design with a flat glass screen on the front. Entry-level iPhone 12 models are expected to have an aluminum frame, while the Pro models will support stainless steel. I mean, this is pretty much the exterior part of it. The new iPhone 12 series will reportedly keep their Lightning connectors. The new iPhones are set to come with a new 3D camera. So now this is pretty amazing. I have never heard about this 3D camera. I think they are talking about the LiDAR sensor somehow. I'm not pretty sure as to what a 3D camera means in this case, though that feature will likely be limited to the Pro range. So this particular feature will only be limited to the more expensive iPhone 12 models only. So it's highly probable that the iPhone 12 series will be powered by Apple's A14 processor. So now this is something that is like 90% confirmed, but there is speculation that around the A14 processor, still there are no much details on it among the mainstream media as of now. There must be some websites or leaks that might have told something about the A14 processor. The iPhone 12, the Pro models are reported to feature a triple lens camera. So this is an update that I received today from one of the YouTubers. He said that there might not be any significant change in the number of cameras. So that's pretty speculative at the moment. The iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Max will reportedly sport dual cameras. Rumors have suggested that the iPhone 12 models will start at $649 and go up to $1,449. So again, it will be a pretty expensive affair to purchase the iPhone 12. So in my opinion, if you are a person who is in real need of a good camera phone, specifically in Apple, or if you are trying to switch from Android to iPhone, so in my opinion you should definitely go for the iPhone 11 once the iPhone 12 is launched, because whenever we have seen in the past that whenever Apple launches any new range of phones, the previous generation iPhones prices will drop to some extent. There will be huge discounts. Even now you can see like gradually the online shopping websites and stores are gearing up towards the launch of the iPhone 12, so they might bring up some amazing offers. So this is what the folks in the article are mentioning, that not to go for it but to wait for the release of iPhone 12 models so that the prices go down, and then we can clearly make a decision based on the features of what the iPhone 12 models have. We can make a clear decision whether to go or not for the iPhone 11. So hope this video helped you in getting to know what are the new features in the iPhone 12 and whether or not to go for the iPhone 11 at the moment. If you really need a phone with a good camera and you don't have any other spare phone, or you don't want to wait for that long because it will take a month or two to release and get into the stores, so we don't have any confirmed date as of yet as to when it will be launched or when it will be available in the retail stores. So if you really want a phone that is an iPhone 11, so definitely go for one of the 3 versions of the iPhone 11 present at the moment in the stores. So hope you enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up and see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.